A lane is the area between where a player is and where a player wants to go. It's a high traffic area where players transition from one spot into the next.
Shooting off the break is very important in making your secondary spots, but knowing those lanes is what's most important.
The back player lanes here to keep the opposition from making this key bunker. Or he can lane here to keep the opposition out of the snake and the back stand-up. Here's a few examples of laning. First on the snake side, and then on the Dorito side.
Now, running and shooting to your bunker is optimal, but the most important thing is to arrive alive in your bunker.
Let's see Oliver shoot and then run. But first, we'll have to back it up. And here, we have running and then shooting. Depending on the layout of the field, the back player might use this to reach his bunker safely.
Now, both of those methods have distinctive drawbacks. Doubling up in the back to shoot one zone is more effective to get that key elimination, but may be more difficult to make your initial bunker. On the other hand, running and not shooting drastically hinders your team from getting those key eliminations. Regardless, you need to keep your head up and seeing and looking to get that visual information down the field. Now, without that pressure, the other team's back players and mid players can dominate and make those key moves before your team could.
Run and shoot. Let's watch a quick example with Oliver and then Rich. This is the method that you'll use most often.
Now, staying too long in the open, shooting, may let your opponents zero in on you and hinder you from making your spot. Most importantly, never let your front players down. Do not leave them without backup. Those guys need you. Now, if you do get pinned down, you're going to want to stay tight and really follow the bunker etiquette.
The first few seconds in your bunker, you should always stay tight until they stop shooting. When you hit your bunker, you take a visual inventory of yourself and your gear. Okay, make sure you check your hopper, your gun, your knees, your feet to make sure it's not visible to the opponents. Keep yourself tucked real tight because they will be watching. But once you are tight in a bunker, what do you do?
All right, now let's move on to what might be the most important asset of paintball, snap shooting. Now guys, snap shooting is one of the most difficult skills and has to be practiced. The most important part of snap shooting is to really understand the boundaries of where the bunker is and when your gun can come out.
Remember to line up your shot behind the bunker, then come out, snap, and come right back into your same position.
Let's watch it a few times the wrong way. Now this is very important. If you're going to firefight out of the right side, you need to use your right hand. If you're going to firefight out of the left side, you're going to need to use your left hand. No exceptions.
Remember, when you're shooting out of the right side of your bunker, make sure you use your right hand. When you switch to the left side of your bunker, make sure you use your left hand.
Here's some examples of players out too far for too long with the wrong hand.
Now obviously guys, that's the wrong way. Now, let's see it the right way one more time right now.
Remember, when you switch hands, don't switch your hands and bring your barrel over the top of the bunker because your opponent can see it. And don't switch hands and bring your barrel below the bunker because you bring your barrel off target. When you switch hands, keep your barrel parallel the whole time. Take your shot, keep your barrel parallel right at that target, come right back out and snap again.
Most likely, a snap shooting position will be done from a crouching position or a kneeling position.
Snap shooting makes you a dangerous weapon, but if you use the right angles, it makes you unstoppable.
Keep the paint flying, but don't key in on a single player or a single position on the field. A good back player should be able to control 3 players by shooting 3 to 5 balls at each one of their bunkers. The way to control multiple people is by shooting 3 to 5 balls at each one of their bunkers, switching off and going back to your original bunker. By keeping pressure on all 3 bunkers, none of the opposition can play.
Back center, back center.
We've all heard the expression spray and pray, but think of it like this. If you're not shooting, the other team is. And if they're shooting and you're not, their mids and fronts are advancing. Only one team controls the flow of the game. Make sure it's your team by keeping the paint flying.